Welcome to the breaking team news, which we shall have in about 45 minutes. What we do know is Jean-Philippe Gbamin will not be involved in tonight's game because he's picked up another injury, sadly. Apparently he was in training and it was a training ground coming together. Someone's whacked him on the knee and he's out, and the club have said that he will go for a scan, but it looks like he could be out for the rest of the season. It is just, it's just his kind of luck, isn't it? It's his kind of luck that he's had. I don't think it's too serious, but sadly it looks like it means he's going to miss the rest of the season. I'm going to get Baz on in a minute. Just waiting for him to get back to me. If I look like an absolute state, it's because I've just been for a run and I've literally just walked in. And it's the first run I've actually done in 10 days because I wasn't feeling too well last week, so I didn't go for a run. Oh my God, it was hard. It was hard work. So, so obviously team news will be 7:15. It is a 8:15 kickoff, which is crap, isn't it? Because there's another game before us. It's going to be interesting. Team is going to be interesting tonight. So let us know your thoughts in the comments. Benjamin Fairclough is first in. It is just like a normal show, by the way, for the next 30 minutes. So I will be putting it public at 7:05. So, but before that, just feel free to talk about what you want. Benjamin Fairclough's in it straight away. He says, Ped, do you think Tobey Maguire will be the new Spider-Man? My brother wants to know. Well, Tobey Maguire's the old Spider-Man, isn't he? And there's rumours he's coming back for the new film. The new Spider-Man 3 film. As like a cameo. And then there was talk that he and the original guy might go and make the fourth one, but I can't see it personally. But who knows? Who knows in this crazy world now? All kinds of mad films are getting made, aren't they? Films are getting made and then remade. Do you know what? Rather than refreshing every 5 minutes on the laptop, I'll go on my phone. Don't forget Toffee Picks, by the way, everybody. You've got obviously till kick-off to get them in. Obviously, you might feel with the team news, it's better if you haven't put in, but please do have a go. If you haven't signed up, please do get involved. It helps the channel, but also it helps you. You could win free money. £500 prize pot, £250 for the winner. If there is one single winner. There was one single winner the last game and he won 250 quid. So make sure you do that. Right, let me just have a look at some of the comments. Let's have a look. Got a few says, finished early and had a few beers in the sun, so if we have another shocker, I'll apologise in advance and suggest Ned gets the bleep machine ready for my match reaction, and worse when I've had a few pints. But if you want to get your match reaction, get it in, please do, for Ned, so we can put together some videos for after the show, so we can put a little video together for himself. You know, it all helps. It all helps seeing your match reactions, and it helps Ned learn how to do stuff as well. So it's good for everybody. We can all have a drink now in the pubs in this country, outdoors, beer gardens and everything. And obviously, pubs are being very clever how they're doing that, setting up a lot of space outside. I'm sure the match will be on across Liverpool tonight in places, and then Friday, I imagine, will be a big one as well. Friday night. It's cold, but it's sunny here, so it's not raining. So good times. All the shops opened as well. Okay, Baz said he'll be out 15 minutes. Alfie Boy says, at what point do you question the training methods? It's not normal to get this many injuries in a season. Clubs should file an insurance. Alfie, you are so negative. It's unbelievable how negative you are. I mean, number one, Gbaman's just got a knock. He'll play again. He'll play. It's just really, really bad luck that it was him. Really, really bad luck. You can't just file an insurance claim because a player gets injured. At the end of the day, the players are getting injured, and it's we need to get players who, we've had a lot of players who don't get injured as well. Don't forget, we have a lot of players who've played consistently through the season. It's just really, really bad luck. It's just the way it is. Other clubs have injuries. We don't really complain about injuries, but maybe just be less negative about the situation. Maybe we just need to get a better squad and a bigger squad. Maybe it's because we only have like 13, 14, 15 players that it seems like everyone gets injured. Josh Neakin says, tonight is make or break. Would you like to see Josh King have some time on the pitch? Yeah, I think I'd like to see him get on the pitch at some time. I don't think Everton will have too much of a choice because of the players they've got. I'll be honest, I don't think tonight is make or break. I think Friday's make or break. I think Everton have to win against Spurs on Friday. If we win both tonight and Friday, we'd still have a game in hand on Spurs and be above them by what? Is it 4 points? Something like 5 points, something like that. But we have to win. If we don't win Friday, then Europe is officially gone. It's absolutely 100% gone if we don't win Friday. For me, because it's a 6-pointer. If we can win both, then it's a huge week for the club. If we can win both, it puts us. I mean, it's in our own hands at the moment. But if we were to win both games, then we'd have 7 games left, and we've got games in there that we can win. So I agree with you to a point. I think we have to win tonight to, go into that Spurs game. But I honestly think it's not over till unless we get beat on Friday. We'll have to wait and see. Royal Blue says, should the club buy Gbaman's contract out in the summer? I feel for the lad, but it's getting ridiculous now. No, why? Again, why would we buy his contract out? Because then, what would be the point? He's got an injury. He's had 2 really bad injuries. This injury, I don't think is massively bad. I think it's just something that's happened in training. I think it's coming together. It's really bad luck. It's bad because we could have really done with him the last few games of the season, getting him up to speed and then coming back for pre-season. But I'm pretty sure if this rules him out, he'll be absolutely fine for the beginning of pre-season. And that to me is the thing. Is about getting back for pre-season and being fit in pre-season and working your fitness up so that during the season you can cope. With the demands. I think the manager actually said that on the press conference, on Friday. He said, he's fit, but he's not up to the level of the Premier League at the moment. And if all the other players are training at that level and he's not at that level, then that may be where an injury like this occurs, where people are going in full-blooded and he's not quite up to that. I'm trying to stay positive because I don't think you can just throw away someone's career, and I don't think you can just throw away, someone's contract like that. Like Shane Tosin, he's one where I'd go in the summer, pay him off, but it wouldn't really matter because when a player gets injured and you're his club, even if his contract runs out while he's at the club, you actually have to get him fit. So if Chen Tosin, say, was out of contract this summer, Everton would actually have to make sure he got fit before they stopped treating him, even if it meant him being at the club afterwards, and he wasn't getting paid. They would have to they would have to look after him. I think it's it's within the thing of the contract. So, I hate who have you ever heard of really being paid off, and I don't think it really happens now. So that's a big no for me. I think we've got 3 years of Gbamin left, and I think I want to see him play. He's a good player. Something we haven't got. This is just another setback, and I'm hoping it's a minor one. Paul Cattle, says, "Come on, you Blues, speedy recovery, John Philippe Gbamin." Bobby C says, "Pairs and Baz, what have you learnt now that you've reached your 40s that you wish you've known about or understood better or appreciated more when you were in your 20s?" Probably, I'm trying to think. Probably not to worry as much about things like money, because normally always find a way, certainly if you've got like family around you. I don't know. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, I'd love to tell my 20-year-old self this, because I always think, well, if I told my 20-year-old self something, I mightn't have reached where I am, and I'm quite happy where I am. I get to do this for a living. And if I told myself something else, then maybe the path I was on mightn't have brought me to this. I think you've got to go... I've not struggled in life. I'm not saying I've struggled in life at all. I've always worked, and I've worked jobs that were probably crap. The only thing I'd probably say to myself, don't miss out on a few things. Make sure you attend like people's birthday parties and people's like weddings, and don't go, oh, you know what, I'm not necessarily work, but I can't be bothered going to that thing. Oh, I can't be bothered. There'll be another one. There isn't always another one. So that'd be the only thing I'd probably say to myself, is like, make sure you go to those events, those family events, or a concert. If there's someone you really want to go and see, then go and see them. Do you know what I mean? Don't miss out on something that you might go, oh, the ticket's ridiculous for that. It's like, yeah, but who's to say that's like a one-time event that you may never get a chance to see again, or might never come round again or something. Take the opportunity to do something that, if you want to go travelling, go travelling. If you want to go see a band, go and see a band. If you want to go to some mad event, go to it. Like, don't be put off by people going, oh, you shouldn't do that, or you shouldn't waste your money on that, or you shouldn't do that. That's probably the only thing. And for me, actually, that's probably more like family stuff that I've missed out on over the years. Going, oh, I can't be bothered going to that. It's only so-and-so's party or so-and-so's wedding or whatever. And that's probably... They're probably the things you miss. You're never going to get back, really. So... that'd be bad, eh? But I certainly not one of those people who go, oh, I wish I'd done this when I was 20, or I wish I'd gone to university. I just think to myself, I am where I am because I did what I did. There you go. Very deep. Gareth Hughes says, I'm 40, so I'll answer this as well. Life flies by. I was 20, I blinked and I was 40. Take your opportunities when they come. Better to regret what you've done than what you could have done. There you go. That's sort of similar to what I'm saying. Gareth, exactly the same, mate. If there's an opportunity arises, take it. Take the opportunity. It's like when I hear people talking about, I think me and Baz have discussed it before, talking about people who want to travel. Don't put it off, because when you get to a certain point in your life, you'll have got debt and responsibilities that you can never ever leave behind, really. So Gareth also says, gone very optimistic on the Toffee Picks again. 3-1 and scoring both halves. If another negative blue wins, I'm going to the dark side next week and joining in. At least if we are awful, I may win a few quid. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. Richard Folk says, Super Kev on Monday Night Football. Any chance of getting him on, lads? Think James could be deadly tonight, as he could have a bit of a time on the ball. Yeah, I mean, listen, we could get Kevin Campbell anytime we wanted on. He's fantastic. Loves the channel, being in the studio. So yeah, we just haven't, have we? Been a bit lazy on that front. yeah, Hammers will be huge tonight. I think he'll be absolutely huge. Right, let me see if Baz is. Who else has come on here? Adam Conroy says, I have never said this before, but we need to terminate Gbamin's contract. What a joke! Why not Delph? While we were at you can't just terminate contracts. You know, you can't just do that. You can't I think people have got this wrong idea of why Delph again, right? Delph again. But I don't think Gbamin's ever. He's got injured. I don't see he's had 2 really, really bad injuries. And I think you could put both the first 2 on the club. This one is something that happens in training every day. But you can't just terminate contracts. You know, you can't just turn around to a player. I know you can do it in other sports where you have different kind of contracts, but you can't just turn around to a player and say, we're sacking you. You just can't do it. Because imagine if you could. Imagine the players we could have got rid of. You sign a contract with a player, the player signs a contract with you. If you sign a contract with a player for 5 years, he's entitled to sit on that contract for 5 years if he wants to. Now, you can come to a mutual decision that might be best for both of you. So that we did that with Sandro. He wasn't playing. No one wanted to buy him, and we got rid of him. And it was best for both worlds because he got a club in Spain, and we got him off the books, and it was best for both worlds. But you can't just go to players like literally you're sacked. You can't do that. So I think people have got to get. Excuse me, it's my running cough. People have got to get this idea off the head that you can just turn around to a player and say, you're done. And also this idea of insurance or taking the insurance, the player would have to be certified that they could never play again. And so you can't just turn around and go, I'm sick of your injury record, you're gone. You can't do that. These contracts are like cast iron. Of course they are. They're there's things in it for the club and there's things in it for the player, but you definitely can't turn around and just get rid of somebody. Right, so where are we now? Tim Darling says, can't believe the news about Jean-Philippe Gbamin, which alongside with Tosa news just compounds our summer challenge of being able to move players on, which we desperately need to. Well, yeah, it's Gbamin. Listen, it's bad for Gbamin for the rest of the season. I think he'll be fine next season. I honestly do. Connor Davis says, Reece Welch is in the squad. I have heard. Good to hear. Yeah. Why is he in the squad though? Gareth Hughes seem to say it every week, but tonight is a huge game, isn't it? Just this, if huge game if this season isn't going to fizzle out. I absolutely agree. James White says, Ped, you seen the It's Always Sunny episode where you make Charlie think he's smart? No, I don't think so. I've just started season 4 where Charlie and Mac pretend to get to die. So because of his dad's chasing him. I know weirds my cup. Look, it's got a green top, so it's disappearing. Stu Thompson says, Paulo Gbamin, I'm not using his loss in numbers, no look at all. Mike Ballard says, picks are in. Fortunately, there was no Will Gbamin play. No, there was not. Come on, Baz. Get back in touch with him. He's gone dark. Baz has gone dark. I don't know where he is. I honestly don't know where he is. Well, let me know your thoughts anyway in the put them in the comments. What do you think is going to be the team? Because it's going to be interesting, I think, tonight. I think it's going to be an interesting one tonight. Right, let's see where Baz is. Let's have a look. Any more comments? Oh yeah, there's loads. Kieran says, Ped, what do you reckon about partnering Godfrey with Tom Davies as Allen's unavailable? Well, we might have to, mightn't we, if Allen's unavailable and there's no Gomez. I don't like the idea of a midfield three of Tom Davies, Gylfi and James Rodriguez. That would be a mad three, let's be honest. So yeah, that might have to be done. But I don't know I don't know who's available and who isn't. Tom Newton says, Ped, have you seen All American and Snowfall? Fall. Both fantastic series, but would defo recommend. No, I haven't seen them. Snowfall. I haven't even heard of Snowfall, if I'm honest. What's Snowfall on? I'm thinking it's not. That's not the one on the train, is it? No, it's not. Few people talking about Allen, talking about Gabaman, Conrad Cole says, with Gabaman more back on the horizon, should the club bid for the Euro finals in the future and come on Blues, be positive performance and results tonight? I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will bid for tournaments. I think it has to be built first, and then you have to get that certificate, like that you have reached the bar that you are a club worthy of hosting it, or you have to get. So it has to be built first, basically. Phil Williams says, so with us wasting so many goal scoring chances against Palace, tonight is the night we fix it 4-0. Okay. Phil Stevens says, feel so bad for Gabam. Imagine how wrecked his head must be with all this. Hopefully it won't be too serious. Yeah, that's it. Phil Williams, I'm parked up in my truck for the night. Opposite me is an open gym. People trying 150 yards in front of me, and I just got a pizza delivery. Very naughty of me. Fair enough. It's not illegal. Lawson just says that Pereira from West Brom would be good, either wing or AM. Attacking midfield. Need someone to chip in with goals. Shame about Gabaman. He is good. That Pereira. To be honest, West Brom winning 2-0. Oof. I didn't even know. There you go. And he scored a penalty. What does that do for them in the table? Oof. Well, no. Well, great. Could be the great escape. Yeah, I like him. I think he's a good player. Jay Mundier says, I'll tell myself to don't waste money and look after your teeth. Yeah, Tim says, if Carlo doesn't fancy King, then do you think Broadhead should be getting at least some game time in the coming weeks? Not if he doesn't think he's good enough. I think there's this idea that, again, players in the under-23s or on the bench, if they're not good enough, they're not going to get games for the most part. And he's out of contract. I mean, he might be forced into it, for all we know, if the injuries continue. But I don't think he's good enough, to be honest. Scooby says, has Baz got his mullet cut yet? I've got mine done today. My head's freezing. I think he has, actually. I think he's got his done. I can't get mine done till a week Thursday. Oh, annoying. Chenlar says, it's not FIFA. Can't just terminate contracts. Bill Cummins says, gutted about John Philippe. Come on, get well soon. Mike Barrett says, terminating contracts is financial suicide. Waste of money and destroys P&L. Exactly. 9065 says, easy lads and fellow Blues, been a while, but had a nightmare setting up my new internet and phone. Anyway, what do you reckon tonight? Can't wait to see if we back Carlo in the summer and give players he deserves and we crave. Depends what the lineup is, I think, to be honest, and we'll see what happens with the lineup. Adam says, also fair enough. I'm the point by contact. I was annoyed at the news about Gabaman's injury. Okay, yeah, but take a breath. T-Logic says, please let's not put this terminate contact talk to bin, please. Certain ever Twitter accounts with 10,000 followers should hang their heads in shame for putting things like that out. Exactly right, Tom. You can't just terminate contracts. It can't be done. Right. Right. Hang on. Let me see if I can get Baz on. Oh. Shush. Hang on. Right. Turn you down. Hang on, let me put my headphones on. Right. Okay. Oh, he's got a new haircut. It's looking well. Hang on.
Don't have any of the Fellaini
drop. Oh, look, there he is. There he is. Look at that hair. Woo! Look at that. He's had a skin fade as well. A skin fade? You've had a skin fade? Oh my god.
Tell me what skin fade is.
Like you've got, see the way your hair is dead short on one side, and it fade, and see the way it goes into the longer hair. Right, that's a skin fade.
What they always have.
No, you don't.
I haven't had a haircut for 5 months.
No, that's a proper skin fade. That's amazing. No, that's boss. I love it. I love it. That's a proper skin fade. That's a proper skin. Honestly, I'm not mocking you. I'm saying that's beautiful. That's good work. That's good work. Ain't no mocking. Just love. Just love. Honestly, it looks good. I'm all day for that. That's technical. That's like it's got like a cut like a James Rodriguez left foot.
That's it, mate. That's it. Because you had to get literally. What he did was just get the garden shears out and just went.
Brilliant.
One of them.
Fair play. And you look like you've been in the garden as well today.
Mate,
oh my god! Did you go for a fake tan as well?
I've been for a walk to Hale and it was boiling in the sun.
Oh my god! There's me. Look at me. I look like death. I went for a run.
You've been for a run?
Oh my god, it was my first run for 10 days. I feel like death. Yeah. Rock in, I've had to just basically walk to my head. And this you rocking in, like, honest to God, you look like a fast show character.
That's it, mate. I'm just happy for the next 15 minutes, and then there you go.
What till the team news comes out?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing.
What a good few days it's been to be a Blue.
What, us not playing?
Every result going against us. Injuries all over the gaff. But boss. Just boss. But,
yeah. 41 days to go.
Okay. That makes literally, it's the only thing keeping me going. It's the hope that the season will be finished soon.
Bill Cummings says, go on.
Go on, no. I was going to say, just get into my best time of the year then, which is pre-season.
Yeah, pre-season's the greatest.
Sunny. And we actually look like it. We can beat teams in friendlies, and that's great. But go on anyway.
So Bill Cummings says, hope we win tonight. Won't be watching. Think I'm a curse. Fair enough. Michael Donovan says, Ped, I was so hungry yesterday. I watched 21 episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
20. What I mean, I do. Like
is that hunger or hungover?
Yeah, hungover. I reckon it is.
Yeah.
But 21 episodes is a session, innit?
Yeah, Michael, you've got to watch. You've got to watch Popstar, Never Stopping. It's amazing. It's got him in it to me. Dick L says, here we go. I was given the choice of watching the game tonight or having a beer with my mates in the locals pub garden on Wednesday. I'll be honest, it was an easy decision. Can't wait to have an actual draft beer. I haven't had a beer from a pub in over a year. I mean, listen, that's fair enough, mate. What you should have done? This is where you should have been clever. What you should have done is said, I'm going to go for a drink on Friday night in a pub, in a beer garden. Coincidentally, when Everton are playing
That's exactly what he should have done. That's exactly what he should have done.
You should have said, no, you know what, love, I'll miss out Wednesday. And also, I'll miss tonight's game. But what about Friday? I fancy going for a... There you go. Big Jan says, even and all. Philip Stephen says, been in the gym, had a haircut, had a pint. Now all I need is an Everton win. Fair enough.
That's all we all need, isn't it?
Smashed it.
It's what we all need.
Yeah. Tom Newton says, Snowfall is about a young geeky kid from Compton, LA, who becomes a drug kingpin. I watch it on Xtrix, but not sure what UK channel it's on. No, never heard of it. Big Jan says, wondering if Hammers and Seamus getting taken off last game was to keep them playing in more games. So 60 minutes in 80% of games, as opposed to 3 full games and getting injured. I mean, who cares at this point? They might as well just get injured.
Everyone else is.
Yeah, Gary Ward says, Snowfall is about TI flooding LA with cocaine in the 80s. Sounds adorable. T-Logic says, Ped, wait till you see the VAR decision made in the West Brom game. Was a big advocate of VAR, but this is potentially could bring the game into disrepute. Have you seen this, Baz?
No, I know they're winning 2-0, but I haven't seen anything, to be honest.
No.
So what's it over? Is it the penalty decision?
Tom, let us know.
Half an hour.
It can't be worse than that one yesterday.
Oh, God.
That's the worst decision I think I've ever seen, ever in the history. Sun going down is... Oh.
You know what? I had the zone on, so it was Paul. It was great. It was Paul Ince and Glenn Hoddle. Woohoo! Leon Osram was the co-commentator, which was good. But it was Paul Ince and Glenn Hoddle justifying... Yeah. Well, to be fair, Hoddle started off kind of justifying the decision, but then by the end of it was actually saying it was a terrible decision. And Paul Ince, the hard man, was saying it was the right decision. Oh. He said he shoved his hand back in his face.
He didn't though, did he?
He was trying to protect himself.
I'm not being funny. Like, there's got to be some room. You've got to be able to put your hands out to stop people from trying to pull you back. The game's pathetic now. The game is... for years, I've all been for protecting the player. When people come in through the back of them and all that kind of thing, it was ending all kinds of careers. But the way it's gone now, that is a player protecting himself, knowing what's coming. Son grabbing onto his arm, and all he's done... Oh, it's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Mikey says, with Gbaman's latest injury, do you think the club will look to offload him in the summer?
No.
Who'd buy him? We've had people saying that we should terminate his contract. It can't be done. It just can't be done. But who would we sell him to? And how much money would we lose? This injury sounds like, to me, it's one of those injuries that you pick up in training and it's got a whack on the knee and it's probably swelled up and it's just really, really bad luck. Like the manager said in the press conference, he wasn't up to Premier League fitness yet.
Yeah.
That level. And someone else might have, and he's caught him, he's whacked him on the side of the knee and he's out. And in isolation, you'd go, oh, that's really unlucky. Because it's Gbaman, I understand everyone's freaking out. But if we can have him back for that pre-season, that would be huge.
It's an impact injury.
Yeah.
It's an impact injury which anyone can have. The tackle went in. He landed on his knee. Now, that could happen. That challenge will happen in training 20 times a season and he'll bounce up. And they'll bounce up. It's just the way it is. He can't terminate his contract. He can still play. Yeah. So he's just got to come back fit in the summer.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's all it is. That's the way it is. But what can you do?
Yeah, Siri says, really feel for Gbaman. People need to think about his mental health during all this. Clearly wants to play. All he's getting is he's made of glass and he needs to have his contract term, and it's just not right. No, it's not right. I'll say it again. You can't terminate people's contracts. You just can't. It's not American football. You can't terminate people's contracts. You just can't. It's simply not in the rules of the game, in the rules of contracts. You can have a Sandro, and you can get a Sandro, and you can say, do you fancy terminate your contract, and you'll leave, and we'll give you some money, and you'll get a new club, and both parties agree to it, and then you go, yeah, sound. Everyone's happy with that. You can't turn around and just go to someone, oh, you're sacked, mate. The only way it would happen it would have to be like gross negligence. And getting injured is definitely not gross negligence. No. So there we go. Right, who else have we got here? Mike Barrett says, I miss Barry John Bishop Cass already. Big Jan says,
I don't know why he's saying that.
Big Jan says, looking very sharp, Baz. Gary Ward says, looking sharp, Baz. Richard Parr says, evening chaps, love the trim Baz. Isn't it mad that Besic doesn't even make the bench nowadays? Playing international matches yet isn't considered during an injury crisis.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you see our bench tonight. Have a look at what I've just sent you, by the way.
Hang on. Sorry, that's my running cough.
Imagine in 8 minutes when it's yeah.
If you haven't done your toffee picks yet, I'd probably wait till 5:15.
Cut through it. Yeah, but the other questions will still be relevant.
Mike Barrett says, FFS Dick, just go full. What? Go full what? Eunuch and be done. Okay. The Richard Parr said, the VAR decision. They were looking at it, the wrong player, and give it offside. Totally bizarre. Okay. Degsy says, this goal disallowed at West Brom should now be 3-0 at half time. It's the worst decision ever made. I never want a VAR, and this proves why. Fair enough, Degs. That's fair enough, mate. Dick L says, Ped, I'm living down south. We never see Everton on TV in pubs. It's all Spurs and West Ham. Dick, we're playing Spurs on Friday. We're literally playing them on Friday.
Yeah.
The only time you see Everton in pubs is when they play Liverpool, and the couple of times I've watched the game in a pub, I've literally the only Everton fan in there. It's horrible watching Everton in the derby in a full pub full of RS fans. Fair enough, mate, but we're playing Spurs on Friday. That could have been an easy one for you, that. You could have got a 2-for-1 there. Oh, Jesus. 2-for-1, and you would have kept there happy because Wednesday's sound and tonight's sound.
Yeah.
It's double EastEnders tonight. You'd have been laughing. Bully Nugget, his name. No, I'm just not calling someone that. That decision, the West Brom game highlights RS are about as useful as having Delph in your squad.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if they've looked at the wrong person, it's incredible. I'd love to just speak with these referees and just say, what are you actually seeing? When you're refereeing a game, what are you watching? Because that one yesterday with Son, how you'd be blowing up every 2 seconds for that. You know what's mad about that, right? What's mad about that whole thing is if that shot by Cavani went wide, nothing would have ever happened with that. Nothing. No one had looked at it. Sun was back up. There was nothing on with it. Absolutely nothing. And therefore, because it's a goal, they go back and go, that's a foul. So that's either got to be a foul. Every time someone goes down holding a face, they have to run to the line and have a look whether it's being hit. Because if you can't pick and choose when to go and look at a camera, you can't.
No.
You can't go, well, it's a goal, so I need to see if that's a foul. Because if I'm running down the wing and you go like that and I go down holding my face, it doesn't matter what you do after that. You've hit me, it's a foul on me, isn't it? Because that's what the referee said. And this is where the problem's coming. For me.
Yeah. Right, we're live on YouTube now. If you just joined us, we've been live on Patreon for about 45 minutes. So
hello.
So hello, if you're watching us on. The team will be out in 5 minutes. We're not hearing good things. That's all I'm going to say. There's a lot of rumours on Twitter at the moment. We know there's no Gabam, and there's a lot of rumours about other players on I'm looking at Twitter now. There's rumours about Dominic Calvert-Lewin, there's rumours about Josh King, there's rumours about Alan. They're all on Twitter right now. We didn't say that. That's what people on Twitter are saying right now. I'm just reading Twitter. That's all I'm doing, Baz. I'm just reading what it says on Twitter.
But you're not discounting it though.
Oh, I can't. You can never discount a rumour. I mean, the rumours about Gabam were everywhere yesterday. In fact, what was funny about Gabam was after Everton did the old thing on Friday or Saturday at training, you know, the old ask us who you want to see. If you watch the thread, loads of people are like, where's Gabam? Where's Gabam? Where's Gabam? Where's Gabam? So Evertonians, I've told you, they're the greatest detectives in the world. They honestly...
To be honest, the first time I watched it, I thought, a few inquiries were made.
Yeah.
Because it's not hard, is it? He was the person everyone was going to look to see. So maybe Everton should have just not put that video out this week. They haven't put one out they pick and choose when they put it out.
Oh.
But
Oh, we are. It's the Everton team. Wait, hang on. This is early, isn't it?
3 minutes, isn't it?
No, it's just popped up. It's just popped up on me thing.
Yeah, so go on then.
But it's gone now. It's just gone. But Olsen's definitely in goal. It was on me. It was on my screen then, and it's just gone. I've just got a notification. Oh, is it gone? Just check. Have you
back in?
I know, but I'm
back in 2 minutes.
I know, but I had it then, and it's disappeared. Everton have put it out early.
Yeah, Everton have put it out, and then they've gone. That's gone early.
Olsen's in goal anyway.
Oh yeah, I've got the Everton team here.
Go on
Sky. Olsen in goal, Holgate, Mina, Coleman, Keane, Godfrey, 3 at the back, Davies, Sigurdsson, Luca Dean, James and Richarlison. The Everton bench, João Virginia, Niels Nkunku, Reece Welsh, Alex Iwobi, Kyle John, Harry Tyrer, Nathan Broadhead, Isaac Price.
There you go.
So Allen, Dom and King have all got a chance for Friday, so I believe. But we're not playing tonight. All out tonight. So there you go. 3 at the back. But to be honest, we'd have played that way anyway. The only real one off there is obviously Sigurdsson's come in for Gomez, hasn't he, from the Palace game?
Yeah.
Obviously Davies was in there anyway.
Yeah.
James will play. Now obviously Dom's out, so
yeah.
Who was in last? Holgate. So 3. Seamus. I mean, the one thing that might happen actually is he's either going to play 3 at the back and Ben Godfrey's going to be in midfield, or it's 4 with Seamus playing like he did against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Which is on the right wing. 4-4-1-1 maybe. But yeah. The bench is very young, to say the least. The only real shot on the bench is the only other one with any kind of first-team experience is Nkunku.
Yeah.
And obviously João Virginia. But there's Reece Welsh, who's 17, who's a good prospect, but obviously you can't be looking at him. Nathan Broadhead, who's 23, and Isaac Price, who's 18. So.
And obviously the worry is that because we've got a game on Friday, players are going to have to come off. He's going to have to. He's going to have to look after those players. So
yeah, definitely.
So it puts us in a...
Well, and Nkunku's the obvious one to come on because he's played in the first team. He's got the physique. He's quick. So he's someone who could come on and certainly operate down that left-hand side, isn't he? And get up and down. And then maybe Broadhead on the right for the last 10.
Maybe.
No, but what I'm saying is
maybe.
He's quick and he's played league football, hasn't he? Played for Brighton in the Championship. So he's a lad who's had some league experience. Well, Iwobi's there, isn't he? So Iwobi will be the sub. Iwobi will come on for James, let's be honest.
Yeah.
At about 75 minutes. So, yeah. It's a pity because it's obviously the Gabaman thing's is a kick in the plums in it because he would have been getting on. And obviously Tyler Onyango, I think, would have had a really good opportunity to get in this.
Yeah.
But what can you do? What can you do with it? It makes me laugh when other clubs say they've had injuries. We've literally, the stat was out the other day, wasn't it? Dom is injured for people asking.
Yeah.
He's, looks like he'll be back for Friday, him and Josh King. But we're the only team in the Premier League to have every single squad player injured this season. So when other clubs, one not too far away from us, bleat about injuries, they basically had 2 injuries all season, Liverpool. It just happens to be to the 2 centre-backs, which has caught them out.
There's the teams on the screen now. Teams on the screen now if anyone needs to know what it was.
Yeah, what can you do? But yeah, I don't know whether we are just simply having MMA scraps at Finch Farm.
UFC Finch Farm.
Full UFC going on or someone's ran over a black cat or something, because it is incredible how unlucky we've been with injuries this season. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But that's
you went full Yakubu then.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
What can you do? What can you do?
That bench is ridiculous.
Dennis Reese Welsh is 17 years of age. One footballer got him down as 51 years old. Reese Welsh.
Fair dues. He's doing well. Like that fella in Japan.
He is the Japanese striker, yeah. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you're watching and you haven't given the video a thumbs up, please do so. It's much appreciated. If you're watching and you haven't done your Toffee Picks, you've got an hour to do, well, less than an hour now to do it.
Go and do it.
It will go from 12 questions to 10 because Alan's not playing and neither's Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So you've only got to answer 10 questions in 12, but you can win a share of £500 prize pot. T's and C's do apply. Got to be 18. Please play responsibly, but do it. It's free to play. ToffeePicks.com. The link is in the description. Get over and have your go now. Listen, the bench, it just shows you. Sol's right. Sol Harris-Wolfen in YouTube comments here. It just shows how big a pre-season it is. And it certainly is, isn't it?
Mm.
This pre-season is huge. We've got to have players coming in who are fit and strong and athletic. We've got to make sure that Gabaman is ready to go in pre-season. And from there, take it from there. You know, obviously, a couple of lads will step up. Hope that Tyler Onyango, his injury isn't, means that hopefully he'll be back in pre-season. Fingers crossed, but it might be a bit longer than that, given how bad it is. But, Everton need to have an athletic squad, don't they? Need to have a squad where you're looking and going, there's 5 or 6 on our bench who could easily be in our first team. Not 5 or 6 on our bench who've played in our first team. That's a different thing. And that's that's where the key is. I look at other clubs and I see benches and I think, look at their bench, the quality they can put on. And that's what we need.
Mm-hmm.
It's not this league isn't difficult to navigate 2/3 of it anyway. If you have got fit players who can get around the pitch. The quality is obviously when you're playing a better side. But then again, I watched 3 games yesterday. I watched West Ham and Leicester, which was one horrific game of football. But them teams are both in the top 4.
Yeah.
And neither of them are anything special.
No.
I watched Tottenham and United, and apart from 20 minutes at the end, that was dire. But then United stepped up. And you know what? What annoyed me was Cavani. Just thinking we probably should have gone for him when he didn't have a club. Because imagine him being with Calvert-Lewin. Don would have learned so much off him. His header was absolutely brilliant. But we definitely need, in the summer, we need 4, maybe 5 in the summer. But we need 4 starters, don't we?
Yeah, 100%.
Meg versus Jake says, hi, Ped and Baz really enjoyed your video with Jamie Carragher. Where is Dom? Even though we don't have Dom, we should win tonight 2-0. Do you think we'll get top 4? Dom is injured. Do I think we'll get top 4? No. I'm struggling to think we'll get Europe at the moment just because we keep having so much bad luck. But I hope I'm massively wrong on that.
We have to win.
But we have to win tonight.
We have to win tonight, but at the very least, we have to win Friday.
Yeah.
If we don't win Friday, it's done. It's absolutely done. Because,
if we beat Spurs Friday, if we could win tonight and beat Spurs Friday, we'd be in a hell of a position then.
Yeah.
It'd really be in our hands then, wouldn't it? 7 games to go. If Everton could get 6 points out of these next 2, it'd be incredible. Do I think we'll get 6 points? No. But then again, it's football, isn't it?
Mm.
Anything can happen, can't it? And we know what we need. We need a Leeds result.
Yeah.
One of them games where you get absolutely destroyed like they did at the weekend. 29 attempts at goal Man City had. Leeds had 2 and won the game 2-1. And we haven't had one of those results this season where we've been destroyed and just scored a goal from nowhere and won the game. So that's what we need. We need a little bit of the rub of the green because we're not getting it in terms of players at the moment. But yeah.
We need a hero. We're holding out for a hero.
We are holding out for a hero. Paul Lightly, 4 or 5. Lol, we need 5 starters and 7 for the bench. We're not bringing 12 players in, mate, are we? Simple as. We're not. So we need 4 or 5 in the summer and everyone else fit. That's the way it is. Mike S says COVID or injuries. Injuries, Mike, all should be, or hopefully all are in contention for Friday. And that's the way it is, isn't it? James W says 7 points out the next 3. We'll get top 6. Got Spurs and Arsenal after this one. Yeah. Jason Drury says, I think we'll finish 7th in a fight with Spurs. We are in a fight with Spurs, aren't we?
Yeah.
If we keep winning, then we're in a fight with everybody else. You know, if Everton was to win tonight, you know, they'd be, what? They'd still have a game in hand on everyone above them, wouldn't we? We'd have a game in hand on everyone above us. And I know it's a big if we win, and everyone can say, but if Everton won tonight, they'd have 50 points, we'd be 7th. And we'd still have a game in hand on Liverpool, Chelsea and West Ham. 2 behind Liverpool, 4 behind Chelsea and 5 behind West Ham in the Champions League spot. And the thing is, we have to win that game in hand because the game in hand's against Aston Villa, who were right behind us. So that's what it is, isn't it? Stephen Evans says we need our youth system to start producing more players. We do. We absolutely do. Last of the Corinthians looking sharp with that slim Baz. Bet you're glad the mullet's gone. Absolutely over the moon. The mullet's gone, mate. Delighted. But yeah. Paul Clark says, do you think players will leave if we don't get Europe?
What players?
No, I mean players will leave, but I don't think players will leave, no. But it's in their hands, though. That's what makes me laugh about, you know, that all that they won't stay. It's in their hands. Yeah. If they win the 9 games, they'll get into Europe. It's as simple as that. If they win the 9 games, they'll get in the Champions League. So, won't they? Yeah. Well, they would, wouldn't they? If Everton won 9 games, they'd be in the Champions League. Yeah. So, it's great going, oh, you know, we didn't get in Europe, I'm leaving. You're part of the problem, mate. Because if you'd have done your job, we'd be in Europe. Yeah. Alan is still injured. Jiu-Jitsu, Tio. These are a good side. Thing is, these are a good side. Play great football. But normally they don't score loads of goals. We're normally quite good defensively away from home. So it's going to have to be a set play maybe or something like that. Richarlison's through the middle, isn't he, where he wants to play? So it's up to him. I think if he gets the chances he got last week, I think he'll take them.
Do you think Godfrey's playing left back?
Possibly, but then that's still.
No,
that means Coleman. Yeah.
I just think he is. I think he's playing. I get the feeling he's playing left back.
So Lucadine left midfield.
There's no left midfield in the team. So, and there's four centre backs playing, and you can't. I don't think there's any way of fitting them in unless Godfrey's left back.
No, but one of them might play in midfield.
But then who'd play left? Who'd play left side?
Left wing back. No, you'd have 3, wouldn't you? You've got Keane, Mina, and Holgate.
Yeah, I suppose.
If David the 3, Lucadine left wing back.
Possibly so, yeah.
But you might be right. He might be left back, and D might just be left midfield. And then on the other side, you've got Coleman right midfield, haven't you? So you'd have Holgate.
Why not?
Holgate, Keane, Mina, Godfrey. Then you'd have Coleman, Davies, Sigurdsson, Dean, James, and Richarlison, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Crazy.
But listen, they're near the bottom of the table as well, though, by the way. So as good a football team as they are, we can still win this game. There's still enough experience out there. We've just got to take our chances. Fingers crossed we can just get a win tonight. Because I've watched us in games lately and thought we'll batter these, and other teams have come out and got results against us. So, you know, maybe it's our turn to do what Burnley did to us. Go there and go, right, we'll nick a couple of goals and we'll grind a win out. But
show some
George,
fortitude. No, I was going to say show some fortitude.
Yeah, definitely. George Grant says the West Brom goal was disallowed because they couldn't draw a line due to another player being in the way. So they go with the online officials. What the? That can't be right.
That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Jesus. Alex says, hello, lads. I'm not an Everton fan, but where is Dominic Calvert-Lewin? He's injured, Alex. He's out tonight. He'll be back for the Spurs game on Friday. That's mad, isn't it? We can't draw a line because someone's in the way. It's absolutely mad.
It's just pathetic. It's just pathetic. It's pathetic what it's become, this game. No wonder people are getting bored of it.
Yeah. It's the thing is, we were big advocates of
it.
Yeah. Because we thought it'll come in, it'll get rid of this, that, and the other, it'll remove certain elements from the game. And it hasn't. It's made.
It's give referees a chance to hide. It's giving them somewhere to hide, and they're hiding behind the guy upstairs, and the guy upstairs is clueless as much as they are. So I don't know.
Absolutely crazy. Chris Byrne says, I was watching it, and that's what they said because they couldn't draw the line because someone was in the way. Oh my God. Mikey Tion says, Baz, any news on how long Onyango's out for? Alan and Dom are expected at the moment
3-0
to make the Spurs game on Friday. Mike and Josh King are expected to make it on Friday. Onyango, no, he had his operation on Tuesday. I think they've got to let the swelling go. It's next season. They've got to let the swelling go down before they'll know. But what they do now is, which is incredible, really, they get them mobilising it immediately. Yeah. So in a couple of days, his rehabilitation will start at Finch Farm. And he'll be in the water, he'll be in the pool, moving it and all that. It's mad. That means they can get back quicker. We've seen the core, haven't we?
Yeah. I'm just going to address a comment here, and I don't know whether this is a wind-up, but Gavin Cunningham says, awful starting lineup. Can Carlo think outside the box and losing faith rapidly? We haven't got any players!
What could he do? What could he do there, to be fair?
What would he do? There's one outfielder on the bench. His name's Iwobi, and everyone hates him. What do people want? I don't understand this. What do people want? It's mad. He hasn't just gone, lads, have the day off, the pubs are open, lads, go and stay home in Liverpool. They're all injured. It's mad.
Absolutely mad. Mad, isn't it? Yeah. Alex Cannon says VAR is making the game sterile. No fans are making it worse. Yeah, you're absolutely right, mate. You're absolutely right. It's absolutely terrible.
But it's going to turn off the next generation, isn't it? It's going to turn off. It's going to turn off the next generation.
100%. Dixie Dean, EFC 78 says, guys, is Kieran Dowell on loan or was it a permanent move? It's a permanent move. His free kick was delicious at the weekend, wasn't it?
Oh, it's lovely.
You've seen it, Pet? Oh, it was brilliant. Lovely. Absolutely. And you know what? I'm made up for him.
Yeah,
I hope he continues in this vein of form, and when he come up into the Premier League, he gets the chance to play in the Premier League because the kid has got everything in his left foot. It's brilliant. But you're hearing Daniel Farke saying he's got to do more, more, and it's what we've always said. You can't walk around the pitch and just hope that you get that one moment to put it in the top corner. You have to do a little bit more. Maybe when you're James' age and you've done all of the stuff he's done, maybe. Yeah. But when you're trying to make your name in the game, you've got to work hard. But he's got a great left foot. Absolutely great left foot. Bryn Roberts says the problem with refs is the crap. Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
It. That's the problem.
Meg versus Jake says, Baz, were you nervous with the Carragher interview? Did you know you should be able... No, nervous at all. I'm nervous interviewing anyone, mate, to be honest. We've seen him in there before, and he sat with us for... Well, we've seen him before we even done it, so he's sound. And yeah, I did know you should be a blue, definitely.
Someone wants to know if our picks are always positive on Toffee Picks because we're both rich.
Imagine. I went for a 2-2. That isn't positive, is it? We've just been called on here by someone who said they love us, but we're too negative tonight, so he's switching it up.
I'm not negative. Listen.
I'm just like, have I been negative? I'm just saying it'll be tough. We haven't got options, but we can still win the game.
Yeah.
I don't think that's me being negative. I think that's me just being honest.
I just looked at the bench.
Team. Yeah, the
team's fine. The team's fine, but the bench is awful. There's no options.
If Josh King was on the bench and that, you go, well, we've got an up, but we haven't. I mean, it's sod law for him, innit? Dom's out tonight and he's injured.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like nothing's gone right for him since he come here. Liam Foy says our midfield has become shocking. Decore, Gomez, Alan, all injured. It's been hot and cold season for Everton. We've looked good in some parts, but the rest is abysmal. It has literally been like that, Liam, hasn't it? It's been good, and then we've had injuries. It's one of them. Chris says, boys, I think we'll lose tonight simply because their midfield will dominate. It depends, I guess. It just depends, isn't it? It could be, if he plays like Holgate and that in midfield, or Godfrey, then you never know, do you? Because they can compete in there. But who knows? You know, it's a chance for players to prove themselves, I guess, isn't it? You know. Jiu-Jitsu Teo says, you guys the most level-headed Everton channel out there. Cheers, mate.
Didn't know there was other Everton channels.
Yeah, 4-4-2, Dean and Coleman on the wings. Yeah, you're probably right, mate. You're probably right. I'd just like to see us, because they play three at the back, I'd like to see us match them up and have one of Holgate or Godfrey in midfield and just see if that works against these. Or,
yeah,
I honestly think Holgate's in midfield tonight.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I just couldn't see anyone else playing left midfield other than Dean.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's all the it's all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas in all the comments at the moment, isn't it? Everywhere you look, it's what we should have done, who we should have brought in, who we should have bought. Should have got Lingard, should have got Moyes, should have done this, should have done that.
Nobody. I remember us doing. We were doing our transfer shows, weren't we, in January, the last couple of days, and Lingard was mentioned. And remember the comments?
Yeah.
Do you remember it? They were absolutely ballistic about the possibility of Jesse Lingard coming to it. Don't you dare, Everton. Yeah. He's a disgrace. He's this, he's that. He's gone to West Ham. He's got 8 goals in 6 games, and people now,
brilliant.
It's easy to go, we should have got him, we should have got him.
But it's like anything else, though, isn't it? You know, Dom had a boss run of form early on the season. You know, Richarlison had a little good run of form a month ago. He hadn't played. You know, he hadn't played football, and he's coming to West Ham, and the team's been built around him. He's doing everything right, and he hasn't played most of the season, so he's nice and fresh as well. So yeah, it's dead easy to look back. I mean, I certainly didn't want him. I thought he'd be a bad influence on our players. I didn't. He just seemed like that kind of player that, I don't know. But in hindsight, Moyes wanted him. Moyes knew exactly what he wanted him for.
Yeah.
We didn't, and this is what happens. You know, this is what happens. We've had those kind of plays. We've brought plays in on loan. Moyes was brilliant at it, and this is what happens sometimes. And fair play. But like, there's no point being all this like coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's life, isn't it? That's just.
I've seen people say Moyes, and I wasn't against David Moyes coming back, as you know, at the time.
No, I wasn't against it.
Either of us, were we? We weren't against it. But obviously, Carlo Ancelotti. But people were against it at the time. The same as people were against Jesse Lingard. People were against Dele Alli. Now, Lingard's gone to West Ham because Moyes definitely wanted him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Moyes knew what he wanted with him, and he's got it. And he's worked out brilliantly for him. Moyes had it with Yelovich when he come to us. It worked, didn't it? We tried it with Josh King, and it hasn't worked. And that's the way it is. But it's one of them things. It's you know, It is what it is. But listen, Richarlison, like I said before, if he gets those opportunities that he got last week tonight, he'll take them tonight. And everyone, let's get the win somehow. Let's get them 3 points and move on. It'll be tough. There's no question about it. It'll be tough, but we only, we get a couple of opportunities and take them. You get out with the 3 points and move on, don't you? And that's kind of all.
Hopefully, that's what we can.
Yeah, I mean, Baked_Toffee says, gotta say, lads, Lingard is in incredible form at the moment, but let's not blow smoke up his ass. He played well for 3 months. He's very inconsistent. Yeah, he did. Listen, he did, didn't he? He did. He's done brilliantly for West Ham. He really has. No one could say any difference. He's done absolutely brilliant for them. But will he carry on doing it next season? I don't know. If he played like that, then he's got a place in United side.
Yeah. No, I think United will sell him. But
but what I mean is, imagine if his form was like that. That's what United are missing. Someone breaking from midfield as well. But it is. Now, Ocean Larkin says, Liverpool moaning about injuries. Look at our team. Yeah, listen, they've lost, like I said before, they've lost Van Dijk and they lost Joe Gomez, who were 2 great defenders. They've had them out all season, and it hasn't helped them because they've messed around. Other than that, everybody else has been fit for them, the majority of the front 3 don't get injured. Yeah. Salah never gets an injury, ever. No. Never gets an injury. And they cry-arsed about it time and time again. And yet, they definitely put some kind of mad curse on us when Van Dijk got injured. They did. Look at these injuries.
No, I know.
We even had Tosin yesterday, who we needed to sell. He's injured, his knee's wrecked. So that's him. We're not selling him in the summer.
No.
So that's him walking out the door for nothing.
Yeah.
Gerard Delph even played for us, but wore our shirt once. His knee's gone.
His knee's gone.
It's just incredible. And yet, our manager hasn't said a word. But if it was me, I would be saying, listen, if we didn't have these injuries, we'd have been in the race for the Premier League this year. Why not? It's what the other fella would say, wouldn't he? But no, I mean, realistically, if we wouldn't have had injuries, I think we'd have had a go at the top 4, definitely. A better go than we're having, definitely. But we're still, even if we got it, we'd still need to strengthen in the summer anyway, regardless, because this squad, the squad isn't good enough, is it? Let's be honest. Where are we here? Mo Lester says, where do you think you need to strengthen in the summer? We need a right back. We need a right winger who's fast. We need a centre midfield player. And we probably need another centre forward who can go into the squad and take the weight off Dom, either play with him or play instead of him, or be someone who you look to the bench and go, we can bring him on with 20 minutes, 25 minutes to go and really shake it up. I watched United yesterday, and I know it's slightly different, but he took off Rashford, and I was like, what are you doing? And he brought Mason Greenwood on, and immediately Greenwood sets the second goal up, and then gets the third goal. You know what I mean? He was only on for 25 minutes.
Yeah, he's class.
You're like, there's the difference. Pure class. Okay, he's come through the ranks, but absolutely class. That's it, isn't it? That's it. Gavin says a goalkeeper. Oh, it's gone. Deleted it. Okay. Stephen Evans says Bezic is in the squad. Surely he could do a job. It's mad, isn't it, Bezic? Because I don't know whether he's fit or he isn't fit, but he's never even considered, is he?
No.
And he was put in the 25-man squad. It's just mad. But
maybe it's so he doesn't get injured and he can ultimately leave the club and we don't have to do his rehabilitation.
Maybe. God, maybe. Matthias Kangashaka says, will Moise Keane play for Everton next season? I doubt it very, very much. Very, very much. Gavin Cunningham says, I'd take a punt on Dan James.
Pace. We need pace. We need...
give him to us on loan for a year?
I don't know. They use him in the Europa League games, don't they? Didn't he score in the last one?
He scored in the last one, yeah.
He's got horrible, dirty pace, like proper. Like I watched the Leeds winning goal, and it was was it the first goal? Not Leeds, sorry, West Ham. I watched was it the third goal, and it was just a ball over the top. The kid on the wing got onto it, he squared it, and Jesse Lingard had a tap in.
That was the second goal.
Second one, yeah. And it was just down to pure pace. And that's what we haven't got. We haven't got any players that can do that. We haven't got anyone that you and like Dom's fast, but we don't. He's not like he's not greasy fast. I don't think he can catch chickens. And we've got no one like that who's really got, unless we play Ben Godfrey up front. And I think that's what we need. And I'd actually have a player with a little bit less quality who could do that job. Who would just be, someone should put in the comments there, St. Maxim, if Newcastle went down. He's got that really proper pace, and I think it's what we miss, because it's great to have all these players. Well, I mean, not saying we've got them, but it's good to have these players who knock it round, that's knock. But if you've got an outball and that player's just like lightning, then, it gets half the job done for you.
Yeah, definitely. What you want teams being terrified on the break.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you knock a ball and he can get in behind, they have to defend 15 yards further back. We've seen it when we've had to do it. Yeah. When we've having had Godfrey in the back flank, it's like we can't go up too high because these are quick. And I remember games like last season against Sheffield United at home and stuff. We just got done on the break. Yeah. Because they had pace, and we haven't got that option. And that option hides a multitude of sins, doesn't it? Being able to just knock a ball in behind a defender and go, off you go, kid. Now, okay, his final ball's not great, Dan James, but you'd work on that and work on it. And what you would do is the kind of thing Leicester are doing at the moment, which is just give them the XG box or the XA box and go, this is where you put it. It doesn't matter. That's the area you put it into. Like Liverpool do. Put it into that area. And then we'll point fingers at Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Richarlison, and anybody else who aren't getting into that zone for you. But if you've got that option to play the ball inside and he's in, it's a threat. We just haven't got that at all.
There's a couple of people in the comments there saying, bring back Oumar Niasse. Now, the irony of that comical shout is that he got injured over the weekend and he's out for 8 weeks.
Yeah. He's done his knee as well. He's not even kicked the ball for Huddersfield. He played the practice game and his knee went. Someone, I think they said in the game beforehand, ex-Everton striker Oumar Niasse, and the curse went, Everton, you say?
Once Everton has touched you, your knee will go.
Your knee will go. Your knee is no more. No need for it.
G-string knees, sir. Oh.
Svel Ali says we need a pacey Stephen Naismith. Junior Rialta Dave's office says Theo was that player, no end product, lots of pace. But the irony of it is, if he had Walcott now, he'd actually be doing a job, wouldn't he? That's the irony of it, isn't it?
The irony is, and I said this when he played for us, though, we never played him in his proper position, which was on the left-hand side, not the right-hand side. It's mad how people make football complicated. He should have played on the left-hand side, not the right-hand side. He was right-footed, and he couldn't cross, so you put him on the left, not the right. There you go.
No, it is mad, isn't it? It is mad, but I think you've just got to have an idea of how you're playing it, really, haven't you? That's the thing. It's like tonight, we're going to come out against these. These are a cracking passing team. They knock it around brilliantly the way that he coaches them in that manner. He possession football, pass it, move it around. They've got mobile players, and that's the one thing we haven't got. Everton don't have mobile players.
Yeah.
But they play through a system, and what Everton have got to try to do tonight is literally just block passing lanes off, make it difficult, and then when we get the ball, try to use it well. And if Holgate's in the midfield, which it seems like he may well be, then he's got to try and break it up and not allow them, and then it's on Sigurdsson then, isn't it? And it's on James to get the ball into Richarlison and hopefully create some opportunities. Maybe Yerry Mina from a set play, something like that would be interesting.
Sarr from Watford would be a good player, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He'd be an expensive player.
22, they want a lot of money for him, but 22, they're getting up anyway, aren't they? They're promoted, aren't they, basically? So we'll be back in the Premier League next season, but yeah, he is a good player.
Yeah, he's got got that pace and he's direct as well.
Yeah, and scores goals. Got 2 at the weekend.
Scores
goals.
The question you've got to ask ultimately is, why aren't we getting these players before they come to these other clubs?
Yeah.
That's what you've got to ask, haven't you?
I'm hoping, right? I'm hoping that Marcel Brands, the pennies kind of dropped with him. Instead of just trying to buy like technical footballers, you've got to buy what this league demands. Yeah. And this league demands power and pace. It's what it is. Whether, that's why I laugh when people tell me it's great, the league's great and all that. It's not.
It's why we bought the core, isn't it? Really?
Exactly, because maybe the penny dropped with him and it's like, oh, instead of getting this type of player, we actually have to have this type of player. And that's the frustrating thing about Gabamon being injured, isn't it? Is that he has got that power and the physique. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, what's mad is, so I'm with you. I prefer Leon Bailey, but all the people moaning about Calvert-Lewin being injured are people not the same.
Where is he?
A lot of people slagged them off on Monday after the last Monday after the Palace game. Are all bleating now because he's not fit. But that's football, isn't it?
It's not injured. He's been dropped. Been dropped. Because he basically, Carlo went on Twitter and just he's seen everyone and went, right, I'm dropping him then. That's what happened.
Stop.
And then he's seen people were saying about Josh King, and he went, I'm dropping Josh King then. That's what happened. True story. Stop. Honestly.
Glenn Holman says it's Josh King being bombed out. No, he's injured. Got a slight knock. He's not fit enough for tonight. But yeah, we've got to buy players this summer. There's no question about it. They've got to be players that go in the first team, can get into that first team. But I would definitely have Leon Bailey all day long. No question about it. Over St. Maxim, over Sarr. Definitely. Mind you, Rafinha's good as well, but yeah, he's not coming here. But definitely. Let's see. Meg versus Jake says, what are your predictions for tonight? People saying we should have become another Leicester by having not an okay side right now, and in a couple of years have a good squad. Well, there's got to be a plan, hasn't it? Tonight, I honestly don't know. 2-2 I went for before, and I'm going to stick with it. It'll be difficult, but there's no reason why we can't win the game. Either.
No. Ultimately, it's Dom missing with Richarlison taking his place. Back four and Seamus Coleman and Dean, they all play. They know what's expected of them. Okay, we're light in midfield, and of course we're light off the bench. Suppose it's up to us to try and get a good start and hopefully not rely on that bench, but. We don't really rely on the bench anyway, because anyone who comes on never does anything. But I suppose it's just for the extra bodies, isn't it? But
I don't know. Scintillating Skills says, why is Dom being dropped? He hasn't been dropped. Head was messing. He's injured. Arthur Games says, all our bench are kids except the Wobie. Well, they are. The only real two who you could say they could come on are Nkunku and Wobie. But everybody else on the bench, everybody else on the bench are footballers that get paid for playing football. So they all know how to play the game. Whether they're good enough or not is another thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they're all these young lads playing or in the squad. People like Reece Welsh and all that. He's highly rated. Kyle John played in a friendly at the start of the season. So. Like I said before, Nathan Broadhead's played for Brighton in the Championship, so the lads played league football. But there's still enough players there to go out and do the job. Trell Ali says could be a player worth looking at. Most definitely. And Steph Steve P96 says Boubacar Kamara from Marseille. Yeah, he's brilliant. Kamara, absolutely brilliant. It's only 20, I think. 20 or 21. Can play centre-back or centre midfield. He is a quality player. And he can get all over the pitch. He's athletic. Southampton have got him, I believe.
After, yeah.
Not that it'll make any difference. But
Right. I'm going to go and have my tea before the match kicks off. So let's draw a line under this. I'll be back straight after the game with my match reaction, and Baz will get his match reaction once he's calmed down.
I'm all right, mate, because I've seen that too.
You got your hair. It's fine. You got your hair off.
The hair's all right.
And
it's gone.
And so we'll see you all later. Enjoy the game if you can. Bye.
You've got what? What have you got? 25 minutes to do your Toffee Picks.
Go and do your Toffee Picks now. You must be 18. Play responsibly and read the T's and C's. It's free. You can win some money. Thanks for watching. See you later.